We're joined now by SNY NFL insider Ralph Vacchiano. The Giants are confident with their process, but Brian Flores called it a sham. So, Ralph, just how culpable could the franchise be?
Well, if Brian Flores can prove his case, they certainly could be in a lot of trouble. So could the entire league. I think that while the Giants are the headliners here, Flores' lawsuit is going after everybody for decades of a bad hiring process. But the Giants' hiring process is going to come under the spotlight. There's no doubt about it. If this does go to trial, if more comes out, they're going to ask for a lot of evidence. Right now, all we know is that Bill Belichick heard that Dable was their guy before Flores came in. My reporting and the reporting of a lot of others was that Flores was a very serious candidate, that, John Mara, the co-owner, was pushing for him to get the job and inevitably, decided to let the GM make the choice, in a collaborative effort. But he was very much in favor of Flores. And they say it's not a sham at all, that Flores, it came down to the wire. So, we'll see. We'll see what proof comes out. But obviously, it could be not only terrible PR, but, it could be a terrible hit for the league if Brian Flores can prove what so many people have suspected really goes on in this league for years and years and years.
Flores' communications and dealings with the Giants are detailed in a timeline in the complaint, and it certainly shows how the Giants' interest in Flores changed once Joe Schoen became the GM. So, Ralph, what should the Giants have done differently in their head coaching search?
It's hard to say. Clearly a GM or an owner shouldn't have a favorite, the guy they know they're going to hire before the process begins. But it's human nature. You have a guy you've been looking at for years, somebody that you want. I can understand why they might come across that kind of guy. But if you do listen to Joe Schoen, we've all reported and said that Brian Dable was his guy, the one he wanted to hire. Well, Joe Schoen came out and said his initial inclination was to hire someone with head coaching experience, which Dable doesn't have. So that would lead towards Flores or Leslie Frazier or Dan Quinn. So who knows what the truth is in this? But the only thing you can ask them to do is to be more open about hiring and really look at candidates. That's what the Rooney Rule was supposed to do, that, minority candidates were not getting a fair shot to even interview for jobs. The Rooney Rule brought them into the process, but they're still not getting that fair shot to actually get jobs. And, I don't know exactly how you legislate that, but, that's going to be part of the lawsuit.
And certainly more details and more evidence will surface as this lawsuit continues. Ralph Vacchiano, thanks for joining us here on Geico Sports Night.
My pleasure.